Hey, good morning, everybody. How we doing? Farmer Jim here. What's growing on, everybody? Going to be back on Riverbend Springs this morning. Bakery needs some eggs. Uh, the grain mill needs attention, and I'm sure there's other things. So we set up the dairy yesterday, remember? So I'm going to be looking at that again. But the big thing is uh, planting cotton. And also, I want to show you some trees I found in Farming Simulator 25 there. Uh, I don't know what Giants has planned, but I think it has something to do with the from steel shades light fades in the second quarter. Let's get into that. Take a look at that there. It's segment's called Coffee and Crops. It's not just Saturday morning, it's Saturday and Sunday now. I'm just strictly on YouTube. I figure I should focus on one thing at a time. But down here is what I'm talking about. In the second quarter of 2026, we got from steel shades, life fades in. So I'm thinking this has to do with orchards and pomology future in the game. I'm going to have a video on that later as soon as I get it all mapped out. I've started it. I just don't know where I'm going with it, but I will release it. I don't know when it'll be. Probably next weekend. April 24th. Farming Simulator 26 is not that far away. On May 19th, Nintendo Switch and mobile devices. You can pre-order that now. I've already got it pre-registered on my phone, so as soon as it comes out, I'll be able to check it out, and I'll try to post something. But it's hard for me to get content from my phone to YouTube, so in a presentable condition. So if you guys know how I can do that, feel free to contact me. On Wednesday, April 22nd, they posted on WhatsApp and X.com about World Earth Day. And it wasn't much depth to it, just Happy World Earth Day, and that's a good thing. But I think it had more to do with Arbor Day, which in the USA is the last day of last Friday in April. So, and then the trees come out, and I don't know if that's when they put the apple tree and cherry trees in there, or when that happened. I even checked the update logs for Farming Simulator 25, and I could not find any updates where it said they're putting apple trees and cherry trees in. So I think it's something they was working on, and it might be an accident, or it could be foreshadowing. Giants is known for that. On Tuesday, April 21st, on WhatsApp and X.com, they posted this poor picture of a boar, and it just said straw. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if that's a little foreshadowing, but it's open for interpretation. If you guys found out something I didn't, be sure to let me know, because I have no idea what that post was about. It was just out of the blue. On Monday, they posted on their YouTube. They had Porsche, stands for precision and efficiency, just basically showcasing their vehicles in their dossier. Friday, April 17th was the first barnyard meetup in the USA, hosted by Farmer Klein in Louisville, Kentucky. And I'm hoping there's many more of those to come, because that's pretty interesting. Tuesday, April 14th, and they released the new patch 1.18. That might have been where we got the apple trees and cherry trees from. I don't know. It was rolled out for Farming Simulator 25. It just had a bunch of big fixes in it. More focus on precision farming and just different things. Had a refueling station for nitrogen and stuff. Wednesday, April 8th, they posted about Case IH, and they uploaded a video to YouTube. Farming Simulator did, about their Case IH, and featured their vehicles and what they have there in their dossier. Tuesday, April 7th, they added a blog with map posters. You can download them and print them out, hang them up if you want to. You can also find Farming Simulator 22's maps there as well. Back on March 26th and 25th, 25th is when they hinted at Farming Simulator 26 coming out on May 19th. That was just in the email, their newsletter. If you're not part of their newsletter, you can sign up for it on their official website. Find links to that. Or you can just subscribe here, and I'll bring it all to you in the morning show here. Because I'd follow them on WhatsApp, x.com, everything. Then on March 26th, they made the official announcement after it was already in the newsletter. So that's what's growing on, everybody. But from Steel Shades, life fades in. Let me know in the comments, or email me what you think it means. I'd love to talk about that more. But as for our Riverbend Springs here, let's get into it. Because the field I talked about, switch over here. $91, that's what we're going to be buying and setting up. That's where we're going to be putting the cotton at today. See how far we can get. Like I said, we need eggs up at the bakery. So let's go ahead and take care of that. And the grain mill, they got a little bit of wheat left. Oats are gone. And it's not even planting season for those yet. So I'm going to have to buy some. They're out of oats. Our dairy we set up yesterday isn't too bad. But that's all the product that we had, remember? Our rope maker is, well, it's out of wool, no cotton, and that's what we're going to be planting today. So yeah, we got stuff to do. Let's get so how many eggs do we have here? We're definitely going to need to upgrade our chicken coop at some point. We got 576 eggs. That'll keep them busy for a little bit. We'll also get the bread and the cakes while we're up there. They need the eggs for the cakes, so our cake production's on hold. At least until we can get these eggs up there. How's everybody's Sunday morning going? look at this. We do have some bread. And... oh my. Should have brought the truck, huh? If I'd have brought the truck, we wouldn't have had no way to load it. This will help us purchase some equipment. I don't throw anything on the way back down. We're just going to take us right down the original farmer kiosk down there. That's the one that's still doing good. The one I built isn't any better. It seems to be in a more high traffic area, but that didn't seem to matter. If I have to, I'll end up going to the shop and buy eggs, and that way we can still produce cakes. But that's where I'm going to be getting the oats and the wheat from, which is pretty much just breaking even on the flour, but I'm still making bread with it, so I'm coming out ahead a little bit. Even when I purchased the stuff, because it's an end product. If I was just making flour with it, I wouldn't purchase the wheat, oats, take them over to the grain mill. This guy is playing chicken. Get these last couple bread and that cakes there. Show you the finances here in a few minutes, see how we did on January, whether I made money or lost money, because we bought some more livestock and set up different things yesterday. But I know we're going to lose money in February, because we're going to be setting up that field of cotton here in a few minutes. Let's look at that. We did. January, we lost $2,500, which isn't bad. We got sold animals, but we bought a bunch of livestock. Did a little bit of property income. A lot of it sold products. Biogas has been steady income. Okay. We're gonna go over here and get our truck. We're at least gonna get some oats for the grain mill so they can keep producing there. I'm gonna head down and see how much flour it did make. I mean, I don't need flour at the bakery right now, so I'm not too worried about it, but I do want the grain mill to produce. Because if the grain mill stops, then everything's gonna come to an abrupt halt. And at least until I can get all my crops planted. I got wheat and barley planted. I need to get some oats and sorghum planted, but that's not till March. End game. Would be the best way to do this. I'm just gonna purchase bags and put them in the trailer here and run it over to the grain mill. Our bags. We need some oats. See, the oats are $1,400. That's pretty expensive. But that's what we're going to have to use at least until we get some fields planted. Hopefully the fields that we plant will last all year. It didn't last time. I don't even think it lasted us several months because I've been buying oats for a while. But I do have more fields and I have more purchasing power now that we have our full dairy going. I haven't checked it. We'll probably let it go. We looked at it, but we didn't see what it produced yet. But it's been producing slower since we activated all the products. I have noticed that. Figured it'd just be easier this way to load them in the trailer rather than bring a flatbed over, then try to get the front loader up here and load them all, because I won't be able to load 16 bags on that flatbed. Oh, that big flatbed we purchased yesterday I wouldn't be able to, but it's just as easy to do it this way. That way it's one trip. I'll come back, purchase a little bit of wheat to keep them going, because I think they had, what, 1,000? This is a grain mill. So, grain mill. Yeah, they got the oats in there now. We'll go ahead and get a little bit of wheat just to tide them over. Wheat's 1,500. So, like I said, I wouldn't make any money if I was just producing flour and selling flour with it. But since we're making an end product, bread, it's almost worth it. Well, bread and cakes. And never mind that stop sign, buddy. So that should get them a little while. Keeps them producing flour so I can keep producing bread and cakes. But here's what I was talking about earlier about the apple trees and cherry trees. If you haven't seen my shorts or video that I made, I'm going to show you right here, and we're going to get into this. I don't think it'll be this week, maybe next week. But if you come over here and you go to pallets, now you always could purchase tree saplings, but I was going through them and I noticed a couple of them are different, and I don't know what they are. Then I was looking at them. We've got apple trees, and cherry trees, and I don't know what these are. And so I'm going to plant some on the farm here, and we can watch them progress and whether they turn into anything or not. Because I did fast forward for like several months when I was testing it, and the apple trees never grew above the second stage, I think, just in a couple months. And cherry trees didn't grow at all in that amount of time. So, but why this is important is if you go to the construction menu, you know how you can plant the trees. These haven't changed. Now, we did have a large cherry, but it doesn't say cherry tree, which is different. These are still the old trees, and these are some of them are. And these are the ones that you can plant. But nowhere in here will you find an apple tree or cherry tree, just a large cherry. Right there. But, so, I'm going to plant these on the farm, and I'm going to watch them progress at some point. Maybe not this week, because we got to start setting up that cotton, otherwise we'll never get done. So let's take this back. Okay, let's see what we need for cotton. And how to get it all down there. Suppose we should go down and purchase the field first, or at least see what we're doing. Because I don't think I've even looked at the field yet. I just seen how big it was and where it was at. So yeah, I'm going to do that first. See if it's worth it. Or if we should just use the other one. Because there's a couple bigger fields down there. But we got 1.8 million to play with. So what I'm thinking right here, this field 91. We can get through it right here. I mean, it's not a bad field. A little bit of a hill on the back side back there. But, or should I just go with one of these right off the main road? I thought this was going to be all grassland, but there's trees all through here. And maybe this is grassland. Maybe it'll be 88. I don't know. What do you think? Which one's bigger? This one's 9.39 hectares. And this one's 6.47. So this one's considerably bigger. It's got more area. It's got all this in there too. So I don't know what's down there. Check that out. It says there's a couple buildings there, but I don't see them. Maybe they're down below, huh? Yeah, that's... Well, that guy went flying through there, didn't he? I don't know. I'm still not seeing... It's showing on that little map. If there's buildings there. But on this one, there's not. See him right there? I don't see any. Don't know. Let's see if we can turn around here. yourself into trouble. Got that stop sign. The other one's field 88 up here. To be more accessible, it's off the main road there. What all comes with field 88? That's on a hill too, so. All this, and that isn't grassland either. There's trees through that, so I'm going to go with my initial thought. We don't necessarily need to tag that place, but this is what we're going to be getting. I've made a decision. Is it the right one? Probably not. But we're going to purchase it, and that's what we're going to have to work with. And it's closer to our farm. Trying to justify it here. That's 563,000. That does it for that. We're not making any money this month. Now we're down to 1.2 million. Getting dangerous. And we still have to buy all the equipment for it. So that's the next part. And then after that, we got to get it all down there. So what do we need? Plant cotton. Because I don't think I have anything set up as far as that goes. Got the Amazon there. It don't plant cotton. Got stuff for grapes. So no, we don't have anything to plant cotton, haul cotton, or even harvest it. Might have to take a loan. So, this is a whole new project. Saying a little tractor. No, we got tractors. We'll need this, but not till the cotton grows. When does cotton grow? We got to plant it in February or March, and it's not going to be ready till next fall. That rope factory is going to be waiting a while. This looks, there's an Amazon planter that does plant cotton. It does sorghum too, which is, I'll need that. But this is only 4.5 meters. There's got to be something better. I'm not going to buy little stuff. That's a huge field. It'll be painful. So let's see what planters Giants has for us to plant cotton. There we go. I overlooked it. It's saying that one, 4.5, but there's other planters here, so that will plant cotton. That's at least 6. That's 6.7. We're getting better. That one does sugar beets and whatever this is. It looks like an onion, doesn't it? I don't know. Or a radish. Must be more foreshadowing. I don't know what that is. But we'll need sugar beets eventually, but that's not what we're working on. This will do sugar beets and cotton and sorghum. And it's 9 meters. That's a little better. This big one holds 9,000 seeds. Or 9,000 liters. It looks like it takes seeds and fertilizer. So it'll do both. It's 208. 12 meter. That's more what I'm talking about. It'll do cotton, sugar beets, sorghum. What I need to run this, 350 horses. Got a couple New Hollands that should be able to handle that. This is 302. This is 435. Yeah, we'll take the big one. That's what we're doing. About the horse. Oh, look at that. This is 90,000 more. 18 meter. 360. 350. It don't take much more power. It's got a bigger tank on it too. I don't want to have to keep refilling. It takes liquid for it looks like. Tell you what, this season, we're just going to lease it. See how it works. It's leasing it's still 15,000. But we'll go ahead and get our. We know we're going to need the big New Holland. That's right, I got to do repairs sometime this month to get ready for the next season. I do most of my repairs in February on my machines, on everything that's below 80%. So yeah, I'm definitely not making any money in February. But that gets all the tractors and all of our equipment ready for the next season. How do you guys do it? Do you worry about repairs? That's pretty big, actually. So we're going to get some seeds here. Get 50 more that way. Depends on how much this takes. There's also options of making our own seeds. We'll get into that at some point. Then we gotta get some liquid fert. Too bad it didn't use digestate. So how much liquid fert should I get? That would be in the oats. This is 2,000 liters, so I'm only going to get 3 of these. I mean, we can always store them if we need to. Another 10,000, that's as much as it costs to lease the planter. Almost took all of it, huh? That's a good guess. Oh yeah, it's heavier now, so hopefully we'll be able to plant. Then we can return this when we're done, and maybe our dairy and our bakery will make some money, and I'll be able to buy one for next season. Man is everywhere. How you doing, Tony? Can't. I gotta figure out how to set my chat up better. Can't see nothing. I was trying to use OBS, but I was having a lot of problems with it, so this is the first time on Streamlabs. What software do you use? And I think that was part of my problem, was I was trying to be everywhere, but figured I better just focus on one, then I can move to the next one. I mean, I enjoy making content, and I'm getting a little more comfortable on YouTube. And I think I'm doing a little better on YouTube anyway. OBS Studio, that's what I was using, but I'm not smart enough to use it. So I went back to Streamlabs. It's simple, it's right there. I can just click it and it does what I want it to. But the only reason I was using OBS was my son told me that's what all the professional streamers use. So it took me a couple weeks there to realize I'm not a professional streamer. I have no idea what I'm doing. I just know how to play a game, that's all. And I don't even do that too well. And I think this is the first time ever planting cotton. Oh, it's going to go through the liquid fert pretty quick. just press things until they work. Yeah. I think the first stream I did with OBS, I didn't have any sound at all. So, or it was very low and I couldn't tell. But this one lets me, Streamlabs lets me see what things are doing. And I think I did a test recording yesterday, because I used OBS yesterday when I went live, and I still having problems. The alerts don't fire on YouTube like they do on Twitch. I noticed that some of the software doesn't like it. The problems I was having with OBS is every weekend I have had to reset my mic. I mean, I thought some of it was the Yeti mic, because Yeti does have quite a few problems with everything, but every weekend, and if I didn't catch it, then my stream didn't have any sound. So, and I didn't know enough how to set it up, and I got tired of messing with it. I asked ChatGPT, but he's just as smart as me. Yeah. What is that, a crying face? Yeah. I'm crying. But I'm figuring it out, too. I figured out how to uninstall it. Have you seen the apple trees and the cherry trees in Farming Simulator yet, Tony? Just covered them this morning, and I did a video on it yesterday. Saw them as deco. I didn't see them in decorations. Maybe that's what they are, but you can buy pallets of them, apple tree and cherry tree. But as far as I can tell, they are decorations because they don't do anything yet. I don't know if Giants was supposed to take them out, or is something they're working on, or what's going on there, or they're just teasing us with them. But I noticed a lot of the modders also have the same idea about trees and stuff, fruits. Looks like we'll have more than enough seed. I didn't know how much seed cotton took either. But the liquid fur, we're already down to 4,900. Yeah, I posted a short and a video on it. My shorts are doing good, but videos Sometimes they lack. Yeah, maybe I will buy this planter, because it's planting pretty good. The New Holland's handling it well, even on the hills. But I still don't think we're going to make any money this month. Already 600,000 down. I think the best I've done was 150,000. Yeah, 149,000 back in November on sold products. That's the best I've ever done, so. And I still got all the repairs to do. Got $1 million. Yep, well, I almost had $2 million. I was doing good there for a while, but it's hard to maintain this farm. I mean, look at it. It's massive. I've been playing on it when I get time. And I figured if I'm streaming it, then I have time. I know people probably aren't real interested in Riverbend Springs anymore, but I work so much that I don't get to sit down and play steady, so I figured if I'm streaming it, then I'm playing it. I think Farming Simulator and Giants, I think they're headed towards orchards. I think by Farming Simulator 28, we're going to have full-blown pomology. about it. We got one more little pass there. I thought that would take a lot longer than what it did. But I wasn't using that little 4.5 meter planter. That would have taken forever. Didn't take the amount, near the amount of seed I thought it would. Yeah. Probably bought too much seed, but that's okay because we're going to have to plant sorghum, oats coming up. Did the liquid fert too, so we don't need to come back and fertilize it. So I guess we'll go drop the seeds back off and the fertilizer back at the farm and return this. Then we're going to look into the apple trees and cherry trees and maybe we'll lease a planter and plant them somewhere. That way we can keep an eye on them because I think Giants has plans for them. Return this and I'll buy it because we're going to keep planting cotton. Right now it's leased. I wanted to see if it worked and I really like the way it handled. And I might have wasted $15,000 just by leasing it, and I'm going to buy it anyway. But technically, I don't need it until next February. So yeah, I'll worry about that next February. Back and clean up our seeds and the last little bit of that liquid fertilizer. We'll put it away. Loader over here at the grain mill. Oh, I got plenty of flour. Look at that. We'll have to get that cleaned up too. I was worried it was going to run out. Hopefully it don't fall off there. Shift them a little bit. strap on it. That way I don't push it off there. Go ahead and get our trees. Take care of these here in a few minutes too. It just says tree sapling. But if you look at it, it does say types the apple tree. This is tree sapling as well. It's a cherry. So we're going to look at those. I don't know if I can get the orchards for Farming Simulator don't really interest you. I think Farming Simulator should have had orchards a while ago. I mean, if they're done right, they'll interest me. But, the way Giants tends to do things, I don't think that they'll interest me. Because they tend to just make buildings, and it's just going to be like a greenhouse type thing. You know what I mean? As if they have just a building where you collect the fruit from, like like they do with the bees. There's a spawn, and it just spawns pallets of honey. So Giants usually leans towards making another building where you gotta collect everything. I've seen a couple different ones, modders that made some very interesting orchards. Okay. Hopefully that liquid fruit stays on the back of there. It's not the best load I've ever done, but it's not the worst one either. Wonder if the trees will go in the bale and pallet storage. The saplings. Never tried that. Yep, went right in there. It's just... they're just listed as tree saplings. So I wonder if they'll come out as still apple and cherry. Cherry. Apple. So yeah, this it keeps the type. We're gonna put the rest of these pallets of seeds and stuff away, then we're gonna go down to the grain mill and clean up that flour. I didn't realize there was that much flour down there. Yeah, it's wool that we can take down to the rope maker, but a little bit of wool won't do nothing for that rope maker. We just finally got a pallet of rope the other day. Yesterday, I think. Sold it to the playground. Okay, let's see what kind of a mess we can make with this. It's not going to pick 4 of them up, is it? Nope. I mean 8. Oh well, I tried. Mercedes-Benz I had down here for a long time wouldn't have done it either. Had to get rid of that. You guys like the Mercedes-Benz tractors in the game? I think they're a little front heavy. I had forks on them and it wasn't even handling a couple pallets too well. Just driving around on the front wheels. And I already had this on the farm, then I bought that telehandler. So I brought this down here. Think I can get 2 more on back here? I left myself enough room. Might have to pull the truck up a little bit. That would be the easiest way. Better put 2 straps on that one, it's hanging off. I'll be fine as long as I don't make a left turn too hard. Lorries. Well, I know. Is it time? Huh? Bart. Alright, we'll take you out here in a few minutes. We got 65,000 flour in there, which is pretty good. Flowers, the grains aren't gonna grow until I get them planted, but they're still gonna take months. So we're just gonna put all the flour up here. mess up. Didn't think Atom was on there all the way. We'll come back after those four. 8. We're at 85,000 flour now. So that should be pretty good there. Hopefully it gets me through till when the wheat and barley and oats and sorghum's grown. Losing daylight on this day, so go ahead and go to the next one. It'll probably be snow covered. Yep. Trees are still there. I think I'm going to go ahead and plant them in the snow. Gotta find a spot for them. Gotta go lease our planter first. Want to check up here by this field. I think there was a little bit of grassland. It's a bit of a hill up there by 15. I think we can plant some trees there. Don't know if I'll be planting all 20 of each, because I just want it for a test mostly. This is the hill. The field's down here underneath all this snow. So I was thinking right in here we could all the way back. Because I got rid of that shed that was down here. Because I don't necessarily want to touch the field. Yeah, I think this is where we'll put the apple trees at. That way we can watch them. Because I planted them, and then I fast forwarded just as a test a few months on another save that I have, test save. And the apple trees never grew beyond stage 2, but I've only done a few months. I'm wondering if orchards are going to take years to produce, like they actually do. But that's why we're going to plant them. Testing. And I think they are decoration right now. I don't think apple trees are going to go beyond stage 2. The cherry trees never did grow. Trees on that side, cherries on that side. So I'll try to load the apple trees, see which one loads. It just says tree sapling. Last time I planted trees was on one of my Ken Lake playthroughs. Planted trees, and I'm pretty sure it said the name of the tree instead of just tree sapling, so I don't know how these will turn out. And if they're just decorations, we'll have whole tree decorations. However many we can get on a straight line. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Go with 10. That'll be good. How about up on the hill? Can I plant my cherry trees up here? Does it level out? I think I am going to try to plant them right here. All the way down to the side. So let's go exchange them. Pallets. No, he should have had his headlights on. Gotta watch these school buses. These bus drivers give you brake checks. We'll unload those. Get the cherry trees, go plant those. Well, remember, we planted them in February. What year am I in? Third year. Seems like a good number. 10 of each. That'll give us something to watch. Go ahead and return the free planner. Put the rest of these trees in the bale and pallet storage now, since I know they'll go in there. I'm gonna go up here and check on our little grape production. Look, we got pallets. Still has quite a bit of grapes in it too. So it's a slower production. As a matter of fact, we harvested the grapes like September, October, and we just now got pallets of grape juice and raisins. So, where should I sell these at? So both of my farmer kiosks are about the same. I'm not going to put them on a train for 2 pallets. I could take them clear across town to the farmer's market, but I think I'm just going to sell them at the kiosk right here. It's not a big price difference. $15,000. Go down and check on our dairy. We can do that. Since we yesterday when we put all the products in there and it started producing every product, it's running a lot slower. I thought it would be overflowing with pallets, but nah. There's just 2 butter and bottled milk. It hasn't produced any chocolate yet. We started that. It was the second we put the sugar in there. Goat milk running down. We'll have to go back up to the goats here at some point and see if there's any goat milk left up there. So we did the chocolate next because we put the sugar in there and started it. Then we got the goats and everything. And then we just then put the rest of the goat milk and buffalo milk in there. And already the goat cheese is going to produce before the chocolate. Got a little bit more sugar. Our bakery takes sugar. Oh, we're out of something here. Rice flour. I was buying that at the warehouse. I might have to get some more of that. So that's going to slow the production there. But the sugar, there's still 208. It don't use a whole lot of sugar. How much sugar does it use for? And the other thing was the dairy. It uses even less. I think the only thing that it uses sugar for is the chocolate. Go ahead and take these up. Sell them right there at our farmer's kiosk. $12,000 there. We're going to be probably upgrading our chicken coop next as well. Like, get some more chickens in here because we're going to need eggs. But that's where we're at. We did pretty good today. We got our bakery going. It was out of eggs. I was just talking about the chickens, where we're going to have to upgrade those at some point. The grain mill was full of flour, but it also needed some products. We got some in there. Our bakery's still going to need rice flour. I do plan on planting rice at some point, so that'll be in a stream. We got our cotton planted today, which was a big one. Next February, we will be buying that planter we used today. But I had a pretty good weekend. Today was a good stream. I want to thank everybody for coming out, hanging out with me, watching, listening. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up today, and we'll see you next week. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. That way you know when I do go live or when I post a video. And until then, have a good weekend. Have a good Sunday, everybody.
Thanks for coming, thanks for staying. Good times growing, crops are laying. Hit that like and subscribe today. Catch us next time, same old way. Don't miss out, hit that bell. Farmer Jim's where stories swell. Weekend mornings, don't be late. We'll see you then, same time, great.